Week 31. How time has gone so quickly, I have no idea. It feels like I've blinked. And this is week 31's update on the rebooted weight loss journey. Where we are, where we're going, the plans for the future weeks, and a general update on where we are. So I hope you enjoy. My name is Mark and I'm here to help you live a better, healthier life. My goal is to help as many people as I can get into shape and improve their quality of life. Now, if this is your first time here and you want to learn more about practical and effective ways to improve your health, your fitness and your overall wellness, or if you're just interested in expanding your knowledge about fitness and nutrition, start now by hitting the subscription button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos as they come out. And now, without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, accountability. So last week I weighed in at 127.8. This morning I weighed in at 128. Yesterday morning I weighed in at 127.5. So I'm going to take this week as a stayed the same this week, although technically it was 128, so I put on almost a pound. But it has been fluctuating quite a lot, and one of the reasons for that is I've started seeing a local personal trainer, and one of the things that we did as the review, in terms of we've taken all the measurements and the weight and all the rest of it, but we did a sort of drains up review of my diet. And one of the things that was pointed out to me is I am not eating anywhere near enough protein in my diet. So that has changed over the last 2 or 3 days, and will be changing more going forward. And I've been eating far more protein, and that, without giving too much details, has had a little bit of effect on my digestive system, for want of a better phrase. So yes, I have at the minute maintained the same. One of the things that I have been doing this week, like I said, is seeing this personal trainer. This week was mostly around finding out what my range of movements were, what things I've got at home in terms of exercise, as he's putting a plan together for me to exercise at home, and I'll be seeing him a couple of times per week. The biggest shake-up that's going to happen is going to be with the diet, and that is significantly increasing the protein intake. I'm not overly changing my number of calories, just the balance of those calories. More protein obviously means less of pretty much everything else. So that's going to be a fairly major change over the coming weeks. But certainly in this last week, I've started trying to eat a little bit more lean protein and getting a little bit more for it. My exercise regime didn't really change this week because, like I said, it was kind of a fact finding. It was, what's my range of movement? What exercise can I do at home? How much time am I going to have to spend doing exercise at home? So the actual exercise I've done at home this week has been mostly revolving around the dogs, as usual, although one of our dogs is still injured. His first walk up the hill was this morning, which he absolutely loved because the stitches are out and he's healed a bit better now, but not well enough to let off the lead just in case he does himself an injury again. It's been a very injury-filled year this year, between my neck, my wife's eyes, and the dog finding a nail in the fence. So yes, this week effectively maintained it. My diet has changed a little bit this week, and it will change more next week. We get a delivery every weekend, which is the next week's worth of food, so things will be changing for that. But certainly in terms of accountability, essentially maintained this week, starting to do a little bit more exercise and planning on doing a lot more, which we'll talk about in a second. As always, if you like these videos and you want to support the channel, please do smash that like button and leave me a comment. It really does help with the whole YouTube algorithm, getting this video out to more people that hopefully it will help. But let's talk about the week ahead. So, seeing the personal trainer, I'm going to be training with him twice a week for an hour each time. He's given me a routine, or he's going to give me a routine that I'm going to be doing at home 3 times a week. some stretchy yoga-y type exercises on the 2 other days, just to increase a little bit of movement, help with balance, etc. And keeping, of course, the dog walking, is the dogs will go loopy if they don't get walked. So it's just not worth not walking them for a long walk every morning. Plus, it's a nice way, a relaxing way, and good for my general wellness to do that walk in the morning before work. So going forward in the week ahead, the exercise is going to be increased. The dog walks are going to stay the same in terms of the duration of them, or should I say distance of them. Hopefully the duration will be getting shorter, and I'll be going faster, so therefore burning a little bit more calories. I'll effectively be doing some sort of strength training 5 times a week, so that'll be 5 hours during the week, 2 with the trainer, 3 at home, and I'll keep you updated with those. And the big one is the diet. So I'm still going to be having about the same number of calories, which is around about the 2,000 calories mark. That leaves me with a deficit, so that leaves me, should leave me losing weight. But one of the things that is going to be changing is about 900 of those calories is going to come from protein in each day, which is an awful lot of protein. I'll let you know how I get on. That just seems like it's going to be a lot of eating. But it's one of those things that if you go to a professional for advice, there's no point second guessing it. You just take the advice, adapt it for you, and just batter into it. So that's what I've decided to do. So we've looked at the diet, we've looked at some recommendations in terms of what I should be doing more of. We've got some exercises there in terms of strength work and exercises I can do at home. And now it's going to be about getting the shopping in, getting the meals prepped and ready for next week, and essentially eating the same kind of number of calories but altering the amount of protein in my diet. And obviously that means that if I have an increased amount of protein, I need to decrease the other things in my diet. So that is the week ahead. Still going to be doing the dog walks. My life would not be worth living if I didn't walk the dogs in the morning, because they would just drive me insane during the day when I was trying to work from home. You can imagine them bouncing around in the background on every single video call that I'm on for work. And doing the 1 hour of exercise each day, 5 hours during the week, and then doing some stretchy yoga-y type exercises at the weekend as well as the dog walk. So that means that I'll be increasing my exercise significantly. I'm going to be really interested to see, and as I mentioned, I'm not going to be doing my actual weights for the next few weeks, but I'm going to be really interested to see what effect this has on my fat percentage, my fat, my overall weight, but also my fitness levels over the next month, because it's going to be increasing my exercise routine to what it was like before I actually left the office in the city and started working from home and not going to the gyms, etc. So I'm going to be really interested to see where we get to on this. And I always think that giving it a week is too short a period of time, so we're going to give it 3 or 4 weeks to see where we are. I'm going to try not to jump on the scales too much during the week, just the ones that the PT, the physical trainer, would like to see in his weekly report of how I've got on, and we'll see where we go to with that. But I'm really quite excited. I'm really quite excited to be lifting a little bit of weights, even if it's only a couple of times a week with the personal trainer, and then lots of kind of circuit, almost high intensity type training at home the other days. And I'll keep you updated in the series of videos about exercise at home that are going to be released over the coming weeks. And I'll keep you updated with progress, hopefully some hints and tips and some ideas of things you can do at home without having lots of equipment and having a full gym set up in your garage or a spare room. So that is where we are in this journey. Essentially maintain the same weight this week, more protein in my diet, seeing a personal trainer and doing a little bit more exercise, so ramping that exercise up fairly significantly, to be brutally honest, because I'm going to be going from doing an hour to an hour and 20 minutes of exercise in the morning to effectively doing 2 to 2.5 hours of exercise during the day. So that's going to be quite a big one for me, and we'll see how we get on, see how achy and how much of a mess I am by the end of this. But I'm actually really quite excited, and I look forward to sharing the journey with you. As always, if you've enjoyed, please smash the like button, and I will see you in the next video.